The remnants of what was once Tropical Storm Harvey are likely to become a tropical storm or possibly a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico and will bring potentially dangerous flooding rains to the Texas-Louisiana Gulf Coast into the weekend or early next week. Right now, the remnants of Harvey are producing clusters of showers and thunderstorms near Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula and the adjacent waters of the Gulf of Mexico. The National Hurricane Center, NHC, says that the area of low pressure associated with Harvey's remnants is now located back over water, which should allow it to organize during the next 24 to 48 hours. Harvey has a high chance to redevelop, possibly as soon as Wednesday, according to the NHC. Harvey is then expected to gain strength and will draw near, if not make landfall, somewhere from northeast Mexico to the Texas Gulf Coast around Friday. As NOAA GFDL researcher Andy Hazelton tweeted Tuesday morning, the track remains uncertain and will partially depend on whether Harvey's current low-pressure center persists or a new one forms in a different location. Various NOAA aircraft reconnaissance missions will provide data that, hopefully, will help numerical forecast models. The U.S. Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunters are tentatively scheduled to fly into the system Wednesday afternoon. With an otherwise favorable environment of low wind shear, and deep warm Gulf of Mexico water, Harvey may strengthen to a hurricane before its landfall, bringing the risk of storm surge flooding, high surf with battering waves and strong winds. What may end up being most dangerous, however, is the rainfall flood threat. Harvey stall equals flood danger. Harvey is then expected to be caught in a zone of light steering winds aloft this weekend that will slow or stall the circulation. Harvey may be wedged between two areas of high pressure aloft, one over the desert southwest and a weaker one over the central Gulf of Mexico. Meteorologists call this zone between two areas of high pressure aloft a call. A tropical cyclone's rainfall potential is a function of its forward speed, not its intensity. Therefore, if Harvey stalls for a period of a few days, it has the potential for producing prolific rainfall, capable of major flash flooding. It is too soon to determine the areas of heaviest rain. That will depend on Harvey's exact path, locations of rain bands, and how long it stalls. Generally, areas along and east of Harvey's path are in the greatest threat of flooding rainfall. For now, areas near the Texas and Louisiana Gulf coasts are in the biggest threat for torrential rainfall and major flash flooding, potentially including Houston and Corpus Christi. Among the biggest uncertainties is the heavy rain potential in central Texas, including for the flood-prone cities of Austin and San Antonio. That all depends on how far inland and to the west Harvey tracks. Harvey may still linger over parts of the western Gulf Coast into early next week before it finally moves east. This could spread additional heavy rainfall into parts of the lower Mississippi Valley. There are even scenarios where Harvey either stalls just off the Gulf Coast or moves back over the Gulf of Mexico at some point after having made landfall. Now is a good time to make sure you have a plan in case of both a hurricane strike and flooding. The Federal Alliance for Safe Homes can help you plan for a hurricane. NOAA also has excellent resources to plan for flooding. Check back with weather.com for updates in the days ahead on these latest systems and the rest of hurricane season.